Welcome to City Beat, your source for the latest news and information here in the City of Rocky Mount. In this episode, we'll learn about the City of Rocky Mount's Energy Resources Department. We'll explore how the city got into the business of supplying power, how it is quickly restored when there is an outage, and how the city helps customers with energy efficiency in their homes to assist with affordability. The Energy Resources Department powers the City of Rocky Mount by providing electricity to 28,964 customers and natural gas to 17,278 customers. Chris Bechler is the Director of Energy Resources. He gives an overview of the department.
The Energy Resources Department really is two utilities. Number one is the electric utility, and number two is the gas utility. Of course, we have the maintenance, construction, engineering, and meter shop. And on the electric side, we have electric distribution, which is basically the same departments, only on the electric side. We have an energy services department, which handles load management, which makes sure that we get enough power to our people during the peak times at the lowest possible cost.
The city's history in the power supply business goes back to the 20th century.
Electricity was becoming a thing in Rocky Mount, but the problem was Carolina Power and Light did not have the big power plants and the transmission infrastructure to be able to get power into Rocky Mount and to eastern North Carolina. So the only way that the city could grow with electricity was to build their own power plant.
Not just electric, but also natural gas.
With respect to the natural gas, there were no interstate pipelines that could carry the natural gas from the gas wells down in Texas and Louisiana up into eastern North Carolina. Eventually, the interstate pipelines from Texas and Louisiana, and also the Gulf of Mexico, around the late 50s were built, and we now get our gas off one of those pipelines that does go through eastern North Carolina.
The Energy Resources Department has been successful in serving thousands of customers throughout the years.
There are 8 municipally owned gas systems in North Carolina. We have over 17,000 active customers, over 15,000 of which are residential. This puts us as the second largest municipally owned gas system in the state of North Carolina.
Not only does the city supply power to its customers, but it also is tasked with restoring it when something such as a storm or an accident causes an outage.
We do a series of different things to try to help prevent outages. Probably the foremost thing is trying to put up squirrel or animal protection to prevent them from making a short circuit to ground. We also do a lot of tree trimming. We have the city divided up in 5 sections, and we go around annually cutting and trimming trees back to try to keep them off power lines. Well, if it's one that is known that's to anticipate it, say a hurricane or something like that, we go into a storm preparation plan where we have people on different shifts and they all have assigned responsibilities. If it's something that comes up on the spur of the moment, then that's something that we will go ahead and assign people to work different projects, different outages all over the city. Try to look and see what our resources are if we need to try to call in different help.
Being a public power company has financial benefits for customers.
With an investor-owned utility, the profit from the company, of course, goes back to the investors, where with public power and public natural gas, the profit of the company goes back to the owners, which are the residents of the community, and then that money is spent on very much needed services around the communities.
During the winter season, that's when we consider what we consider to be our peak season. Most of our customers' gas usage is very dependent on the weather for that month. So from the period of November through March, we consider that to be our winter season. And what will typically happen there is our utility customers' bills will increase due to the usage of natural gas being used to heat their homes, fireplaces, gas logs, that sort of thing. So we do anticipate that all of our customers will see an increase in their gas bill during the cold months.
The City of Rocky Mount recognizes that sometimes higher energy bills are a hardship for the customer and has implemented a number of programs to offer assistance. One of those is the WARM program. WARM is funded solely on donations and is 100% tax deductible. Participation requirements for this program are based on income and applies to utility customers that are at least 60 years old, disabled, or recently laid off.
In our load management program, we have load management switches that we give credits to customers that allow us to install them. There's different switches: water heater switches, air conditioner switches, and heat strip switches. By allowing us to install it, you'll get a monthly credit on your bills depending on which switch you get.
Energy Resources can conduct energy audits to help homeowners determine where energy is possibly being lost in the home and give suggestions on ways they can increase the energy efficiency of their home. The city's business and collection services staff can also offer cost-saving advice and assistance to utility customers.
The customer assistance team assists with utility assistance and variation of other resource referral programs.
We look to do two things. First, we want to alleviate the financial hardship that the customer is facing, and secondly, we want to educate that customer. If we go back to alleviating the financial hardship, we have several partners that we work with that do provide funds to customers who are facing a documented hardship. Rebate program is actually the Energy Share program. This program provides rebates to customers who decide to have an energy efficiency improvement done to their home. That improvement could be the replacement of an HVAC unit or a gas pack. It could be increasing or adding installation to their home, or having ductwork repaired in their home. Once they complete the required service, then they are able to submit an application to us for review, and at that time we will collect the necessary documents to facilitate that rebate. The Energy Share program does not have an income requirement.
One good thing that I am very blessed with is to have a department that is full of unbelievably experienced and knowledgeable employees. The job that they do is just paramount to what we do. We have some of the best reliability indicators in the industry, and that is truly because of the quality of the employee that we hire, and they are from Rocky Mount.